A former bodybuilder and father of Detroit Lions receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown caught heat after a resurfaced August 2024 podcast clip showed him advising his sons to breed with black women to produce better athletes. Brown, whose wife, Miram, is white, openly discussed picking the right girl and the right guy for athletic offspring. Let me see. Is that video? Yeah. Boasting about his own black gold running through my veins, he warned that stepping on the gene pool by repeatedly mixing races would weaken athletic potential, telling his sons and the audience to think about that when choosing a partner. Let's take a look.
What's the question that they ask you most about how you got 3 kids to go D1 and 2 in the NFL?
They want to know, in general, how I did it. I believe in breeding. Look at you. Good athlete. I'm black, mom's white. Now, I don't step on it once. You can't keep stepping on it because you're going to mess it up. You're going to weaken it.
You can't keep cutting it?
Can't keep cutting it now. No, you in Brooklyn, because Brooklyn's half. You got a chance.
If I cut it one more time, it's over?
You can't keep cutting it. You got to be careful. You can't keep cutting it. You got to think about that. You know what I mean? No.
I like how he's dead ass.
If I'm black, I got the black gold running through my veins. Oh, I'm excited. I'm just going to find the right person to mate with. Right? And if I'm white, I'm saying, let me get one of these brothers around here. If you want to have athletes. If you don't have athletes, then just go ahead and just spread your seed wherever.
So why'd you cut it once with us?
Because he could.
I know I can cut it once.
Because he's gold.
I got that black gold in me. And Mama got that big chin and big toes. I said, look, ain't nothing wrong with big toe woman.
Big chin. Who says a big chin?
You got to think of this stuff. Some guys don't think of it until later. They go, like I'm standing at Pop Warner. You wouldn't know it. You on the field, and one of you guys on the field playing. And I was talking to a guy, told him this story. He goes, you were thinking about that, John? I go, yeah, you weren't? He goes, hell no. Okay, man, he's little, the wife is little, kids are little, everybody's little.
It's over?
Little. Chicken little.
Listeners were quick to call out the language as racist, and social media lit up with criticism, with one commentator asking, do you talk about your kids like horse? And others saying this is 2025, not 1925. Brown has previously made similar remarks, urging his sons to marry a black woman if you want athletes, and even specifying physical criteria like strong knees and little ankles. The backlash highlights how talk of genetics and race, even if meant as fatherly advice, lands differently in today's world. So my thoughts on that. It did sound crazy as hell, and for a lot of people it did sound crazy as hell, but to him, this would have never been a story if he wasn't feeling so comfortable talking with his kids, and he's just speaking his mind. Genetics wise, it makes sense. Yeah, the gene pool, it just makes sense. But again, as a father, you push your sons to go in that direction, regardless of what genetics is. You just did your part as a father, and maybe in a way that does make sense, because genetics wise, it just does make sense. You know what I mean? Like, athletic wise, you as a father, you have built up your legacy on that. Like, look at yourself. You were a bodybuilder. You were well known, and your 2 sons. Okay, you gotta love who you gotta love. Yeah, the father seemed out of touch with what's going on in the world now, but that's just his thoughts. He would have never got backlash if you didn't say it. But a lot of people think about it that way. You know what I mean? Like, adults think about that way. Like, yes, athletic fathers think about that way. But he's gotta love who he's gonna love. The kids are gonna love who they're gonna love, and it's the mentality of who you want to, if you want your sons to become athletes. So I'm not geneticist or anything, but I could see that in a way, because if you're athletic yourself, you want your kids to be athletic, and yeah, I don't know. Comment below your thoughts. I think so. I wish Jess was here to talk about it more too and give her thoughts on it because she's really good at that. The NFL's player diversity programs now specifically include anti-bias training for families and staff after post controversies. Amon-Ra St. Brown was named to the Pro Bowl for the second consecutive year in 2025. So the Amon-Ra, if you don't know, Amon-Ra is a major ancient Egyptian deity representing the combined power of two gods, Amun and Ra. Amun, the god of Thebes, was associated with the hidden, invisible aspects of the universe. So, the sun god. When you say amen, this is who you're kind of worshiping when you say amen. Aman. Just a little quick thing. I got that from Billy Carson. I love that guy. Really digs deep into historical Egyptian tablets, Sumerian, Anunnaki type of stuff. That's really curious in my eyes. Inquanimius St. Brown, I guess that's his name. That's re-signed with the Saints on 1-year deal in July 2025. The topic of genetics in sports recruiting has been debated in NCAA policy forums since early 2024. Social media engagement for the St. Brown podcast spiked 450% after the clip went viral with thousands of comments in less than 24 hours. So this is the theme. You all press, bad press, good press is mostly good press. 450% after that viral clip. I mean, yeah, it went viral for a reason. It did sound crazy, but he's speaking from experience and genetics wise. Yeah, I don't want to sound like that, but people built that way. It will be passed down to your kids. So I see no problem with it. It would have never went viral if he never said it comfortably around his sons, and that's how he wants it to be. But again, you got to let the kids live, and shit, they're athletes now. Their kids will be athletes also if you have that mentality. But anyways, look, John Brown's comments might make some people laugh and others cringe, but the reaction tells you everything. When you talk about breeding athletes like it's a dog show, you're going to get called out. Maybe he's just being blunt, or maybe it's a worldview that hasn't caught up with today's standards. Either way, the only thing most people agree on is this: athletic talent is more than just genetics. The real takeaway: what you say on the mic lasts forever. Yes, anything on the video, it will last forever. This will last forever. On your kids, so maybe think twice before giving advice on your kids. Love lives in front of the world, straight up. It's not about breeding. It's about raising good people, not just good athletes. Comment below your thoughts. What do you think? Was that kind of crazy? Should he be canceled? Nah, I don't think so. He was born in a different time, and around athletes that he was kind of ahead of his time in a way, like in the future. But I don't even think he expected any of this to happen for his kids. Maybe he saw it. Maybe he put that energy out there for the kids to go and pursue this NFL stuff, and it would have never happened if it wasn't for the dad at all. But comment below your thoughts. Do you agree with him? The genetics. Do you have genetics in your family? Do your family see that as a win?